first roadblock that many stutterers encounter: the belief that stuttering is somehow the root of all your problems. But is that really true? Or is it just an easy excuse to be lazy? Have you ever thought that it is actually your reaction to your stutter that brings you down more than the stutter itself? If you want my one-to-one coaching to personally help you with your problem, click the link down below right now. Let's look at some examples. Take for instance Ed Sheeran. He stuttered as a kid, but that did not stop him from pursuing a career on stage. He said that he cured his stutter by listening to an Eminem rap song and actually repeating the lyrics. I find that hard to believe. What I think happened is that he realized that his stutter couldn't hold him back. He went on stage in front of millions of people and sang without the worry of his stutter. It was his reaction to his speech impediment that paved his way to success. Another example is Bruno Mars. He doesn't stutter, but he is fairly short. He might have thought that no woman would ever love him because of his height. But it was his reaction that mattered. He controlled the variables that he could. He couldn't make himself taller, but he could become a famous musician. And do you think that now he has any problems getting a woman? I don't really think so. And everyone can follow the example of these two men. They prove that no matter what drawback you may have, you can be happy and you can become successful. When I started to realize this, all my issues also went away. Considering all your issues to be impossible to overcome because of your stutter may be comforting, but it is also useless and unproductive because you aren't actually thinking about what you can control, what you can change. Let me ask you this. Does stuttering prevent you from eating clean? No, it doesn't. Does it prevent you from exercising, losing weight, building muscle? No, it doesn't. Does it prevent you from trying to improve how clean your skin looks? Does it prevent you from... When you try to improve these aspects one step at a time, you realize that stuttering is not that much of an issue for you anymore. You, yourself, have been inflating your problem more and more. So much so that you blind yourself to the beauty of life that just sits behind it. Whatever you think that you can't improve because of your stutter, I'm sure that you can. You might think that presentations are impossible for you. Well, I certainly thought so, but after many failed attempts and many hours of preparations, you actually get used to them. What about studying? Well, if you aren't yet comfortable taking oral exams, you're anxious or you're stressed about them, well then you can make sure that you aced your tests. And you don't have to speak in your test, do you? So why not take the time to study and to make sure that you are prepared to get an excellent mark for this test? By doing these things, you have no excuse to feel powerless. You just need to put in hard work. And if you go along this train of thought, you will realize that every problem in your life that you might think is impossible to solve because of your stutter just needs some thought and a lot of hard work to accomplish. Imagine it like this. You're in a choose your own adventure game. The first path, you try to do something without any preparation. For example, you try to present something without even studying the material beforehand. And while you may know some people who could go through that path and be fine, succeed, if you have a stutter and you haven't trained yet, I think that that path is not right for you. You take the other path. That path requires you to prepare extensively, think of all the things that you could do to improve your performance for next time, weigh up all these solutions and try them out. The big problem is that by default, many stutterers pick the first path. They think that something is impossible, so they don't give it their best shot even. They don't prepare, they don't study, and then when they fail, the belief that that is in fact impossible to do for them only strengthens. To succeed and break this cycle, you only have to realize that there is in fact another way, as I said before. Watch this video and have a nice day.